What is up, guys? My name's AJ, and today I'm going to be going over 10 tips/tricks to get better at Warzone. These are all tips and tricks that I learned from playing the game and experienced the game itself, and these are just little tips and tricks that help you get better consistently at the game and maybe get more wins consistently and just play better overall. So I hope this helps. So let's go ahead and get this started. Okay, guys, so for tip 1, it involves the parachute and landing itself too, which is one of the most important parts to the game, and the mechanics itself is being able to land and beat other people to land and get the loot and quick loot and everything like that too. So this tip involves the actual deploy parachute button kind of right there on your screen right here that you're seeing. Whenever you see the deploy parachute button flashing in red, that means you will take enough damage to be down if you were to hit the ground without using your parachute. If it's white, then you're in the clear. You're safe. You're going to be able to make it and stuff like this. So watch as I kind of cut the cord one more time right here. You shouldn't be able to see it. If you don't see it at all, it's clear. It doesn't even pop up. I'm going to be able to make it. I'm going to be able to live. But like I was saying, if you see the red flashing for the deploy parachute button, it means that you're going to die. You're going to fall to your death. So just a little tip right there for landing and starting your game quicker and getting quicker loot, pretty much. Tip number 2, that might sound very, very basic, which it is basic, but it involves healing, so it's one of the most important aspects of the game. It actually, if you end up holding the use of your armor button, then it will continue putting on your plates rather than putting it on one at a time. And with this option, it allows you to freely move around, sprint, close doors. I think the only thing you can't do with this option is jump over things, so it'll stop healing at that point. But other than that, this is absolutely necessary for the game, for you to be able to replenish your shields, get back in the fight, and help your team and consistently play better. Moving on to tip number 3, this really only pertains to console/PS4 players, but you're going to click start, you're going to go to settings, you're going to go to use/reload behavior. There's going to be 3 options for you. From those 3 options, you're going to want contextual tap. That means every time you tap that button, you grab the loot on the floor, you reload quicker, everything like that. Everything's so much quicker. It makes mobility so much better, cash flow increases, you fly through buildings. Quick loots is what I call it. Quick loots. Now I'm going to show you an example. I'm going to demonstrate to you what it looks like when you have tap to reload on. This makes it to where you have to hold to get floor loot, and it's almost like your feet are slow and the game is just choppy. Tip 4 is pretty much universal for most people that play this game, but it's the objectives and contracts. That's how you accumulate money faster. The more contracts that you do, the more added bonus you get to each contract that you complete. There's 3 types. There's the flag, the scavenger, and the bounty. The one that I'm emphasizing right now is the flag contract, because this flag contract actually gives you the next circle, which is pretty crazy to think about. And you can continually do these flags, get a car, and you can continually do these flags consistently, and you could even have the in-game circle if you completed like 3 or 4 of these. One of the other things that I realized with capturing these flags is that if the storm is actually about to close, if there's like 10-15 seconds left, you can actually get off the flag if you're about to capture it. You can let the storm close, you can get back on the flag, it won't reset at all. You can get back on the flag and it'll give you the next circle, and it's pretty cool. So about halfway through the countdown, tip 5, I'm going to be honest, is the tip that I dreaded most about telling you guys, just for the simple fact that I don't want the game to be infiltrated with nothing but the rockets. But here it is. You're going to always want somebody on your team, at least one player on your team, with a rocket launcher. This not only helps those sticky situations where there's a team camping up in an attic in grandma's house, but it can also get several kills added throughout the game as players get close to you with the vehicle. A little side tip with the rockets, as well as if you're in need of an ammo, you can actually go to one of those refill ammo crates. Then you can have the person with your rocket launcher drop the rocket launcher. Have a teammate pick up that rocket launcher, refill from the ammo crate, give the rockets back to the person who originally had them, and then give them the ammo that was picked up as well. The rockets are pretty broken in this game, and you know, if you can't beat them, you might as well join them. Really, it's in the game. You're gonna need it, honestly. More kills equals more cash equals more likely to win. It's pretty simple. Have rockets. Coming in at you with tip number 6 and tip number 7. They both deal with the attachments on your gun, so I'm gonna go ahead and put them together on this one. But you want to go to your edit loadout, go to the class of your choice, AR, SMG, doesn't matter. Go to gunsmith, go to muzzle, Under muzzle, monolithic suppressor, increases sound suppression and damage range. Then you're going to want to go to ammunition. Under ammunition, 60 round mags, increase the amount of ammo in your clip. These are both immenseful in this game, just for the simple fact that there's almost no time to reload in the middle of a fight. So that 60 round magazine helps keep you in the game and minimize the amount of time you have to stay out of the battle for your team. The monolithic suppressor, it's just the silencer is too powerful in the battle royale mode because it keeps you off the grid, and it'll allow you to pick off more and more guys gradually because they won't have enough time or knowledge to react to your exact location. Rounding out the top 10 with tip number 8 for me, it deals with the gas mask and the gas mask animation. Activision did a great job with the whole concept and the mechanics of having to physically put on the gas mask itself, but there's just flaws that come with the gas mask. I think there's about a 1 second animation where you're forced to put on the gas mask if you end up getting behind in the storm, and you can't zoom in, you can't jump over things, you can't shoot. You're almost a sitting duck at that point. So there's a little bit of frustration that comes. I think, honestly, I've gotten screwed over more times than not with the gas mask, and there's times where I wish I never had the gas mask. So the tip really is just be aware if you have the gas mask or not, because it can screw you over in the long run, honestly, if you're sitting in the storm while another person's in the circle. Like right here, I have to put on the gas mask. I couldn't jump over that because the gas mask animation was going on. It's just frustrating little things. I would almost like it better if Activision could just give us a one-time animation as soon as you pick up the gas mask, but it's part of the game, so let it be. Coming at you with tip number 9, it involves self-revive. There's actually a pretty unique feature that Activision added to the game that allows you to keep your self-revive all game long if done correctly. Basically, whenever you die, you're going to want to hit that self-revive. Before you complete your self-revive, your teammate wants to grab you, and it'll pick up right where you left off. Literally right where you left off. It makes things so much easier sometimes. They could really get you in less than half of a second, honestly. So it's really good for those hectic battles where maybe it's a one-on-one. There's a couple of people down on both teams. Both you guys don't know if you'll be able to shield up, if you'll be able to revive somebody in time. So you can just let your teammate know, hey, I started my self-revive on myself. You should be able to get me in less than a second. I tell my teammates, every time I play with my teammates, I tell them that use your self-revive pretty much instantly. I'll keep an eye on your self-revive timer, and I'll come over and I'll grab you real quick to maintain it. Every time I tell them to use it as soon as you go down. It's helped out so many situations, and when you get closer to end game, it's harder to account for that self-revive. Last but not least, it is tip number 10, and it involves the custom loadout drops. Basically, you want to think about each loadout drop situationally. So I know this is only the first circle, but say it was the second from last circle and it pulled up to damn. You're going to want a sniper more than you would want an SMG. So I have about 5 or 6 classes with different types of things: cold-blooded, rockets, ghost, C4s, multiple claymores, amped. I mean, you have to look at the next circle and think situationally for the most part. Like for example here, I win the gulag right here. My main M4 class, I switched one thing off of it, one attachment off of it, and I put on max reserve ammo. So I have this class specifically for after I win gulag. So I end up having full ammo. I'm fully kitted. I have a chance to win any fight because I'm not out of ammo like we usually are with gulag. But for the most part, always think situationally. I think loadout drops drop after every first and fifth circle closes, I believe. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that. But think of it situationally. Look ahead of the storm. Look ahead of the circle. What type of terrain is there? What type of height is there? What type of cover is there? Are we going to need a building? Do we want height? All sorts of things like that. Is it in the wide open where everybody's just going to shoot each other? So I'm going to want a quicker gun like an AR and SMG quick swap right there. Or is it going to be a longer range sniper fight where everybody's in cover? That's going to help you out a lot if you just think ahead and plan ahead. If you can prepare yourself for what's about to come, that's the best step for success really in this game and beating others to the punch. So that wraps up today's video, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video at all or learned something new, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. As always, please keep practicing good social distancing behavior for our older generation and continue to take care of yourselves and your families. I hope you guys have a very blessed weekend. I love you guys. AJ, out.